Hello! Well, I'm recording another video, and I've got a few that I'm going to be recording. They'll come up as and when. And this one is all about, because there is a well-known supermarket in the UK called Tesco's. And one of the stores, I think it's in Scotland or somewhere, they have released what is called a relaxed lane at Tesco's. Now, the idea for this is quite simple. The idea is it's for people with social anxiety or Alzheimer's or basically anybody who wants to basically shop at their own pace. So basically you can take as long as you like at the checkout. Now I don't know whether it's a good idea or whether it's a bad idea, but sometimes when you go to a supermarket, you're in a rush and maybe you're not. Sometimes you just want to relax and you sort of get to the checkout and you think, they're taking they're not taking so long. They're rushing it so quickly, and you think it's all going very fast, and you don't like this idea of pace, and it's not right for you because sometimes people do have social anxiety. Sometimes they have Alzheimer's and they forget things and all kinds of manners of things. And basically, you think, oh, I want to be able to take my time when I go around shopping, specifically when you get to the checkout, because when you go around shopping, you can take as long as you like. I mean, I'm not saying there's a law against how long you should go shopping for, but it that part of the process is as long as you want. If you go to a supermarket, no one can say that you can't spend an hour and a half in that supermarket shopping. It all depends on what you were buying, but you can go around there and be like, right, I've spent, say, 45 minutes round the supermarket shopping, which is my experience of going around there looking for what I want and buying what I want and that kind of thing. And as soon as you get to the checkout, it's always a case of now we are sort of, you know, people are rushing. They want things to be done quickly, processing it. So you're on the checkout and it's more like beep, 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 scanning the item so quickly, and some people don't want that, they want to have a relaxed lane. Whether it's a good idea, I don't know. I mean, on some ways, though, that's still going to get mistreated in some ways because how many people are going to use that relaxed lane because they know that you're not in a hurry. So basically, whoever works on that lane will basically not have to take their time. And then there's that, you know, problem that everybody waiting behind. If there's people waiting behind them, for me personally, I don't know whether it's a good idea. Usually when I go to the supermarket or I go somewhere, I want to be out there as quick as I can. Depending on, I don't like to be waiting too long at the checkout. The one thing I don't normally do, and this is something I absolutely hate a lot, but I don't hate it completely that I would never use it, but I hate it to the max that I would never use it all the time, and that is basically self checkout because I can't stand them and never know how to work them because I went to Marks and Spencer's the other day. I know. I'm not getting posh or anything, but I went to Marks and Spencer's and bought basically something from there and decided, no, I've only got one item. I am not going to go to the checkout. I'm going to go to the self-service checkouts that they had, and basically it went horribly wrong because I had no idea. Usually I know how to do these things, but for this one I had no idea and I had to call for assistance basically. And I thought, just did really want to use the assistance. I just wanted to basically pay for this item quite simply, but it was not that case basically. I put my £2 coin in. I knew where that was going, but I thought, have I put it in the right hole because nothing's doing it. It's telling me basically to bag my item. Because I've got my own bag. It's telling me to do all that, but I'm thinking, well, I've paid for the item, but it's not saying anything about me actually paying for the item yet. I should be getting 50p back. That's not coming out yet. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I know maybe I should wait, but something wasn't quite right, so I thought, well, I'm going to press for the assistant. I do not like self-service checkouts. They are, if it was me, I would like to get rid of them completely, but sadly, people do use them. My mum uses sometimes when we go to Asda because the only reason is because we don't see because I guess my mum don't see the point of going to a checkout and waiting in a queue just when we've only got one item. One item. I'm not saying one item is in one thing, but as in one item, but say 3 lots of it. So it could be 3 loaves of bread. My mum don't see the point of going to a checkout and waiting to be in the queue so that they can scan 3 loaves of bread, basically. Or should I say, 1 loaf of bread. And in case you're wondering, we don't shop at Asda very much. We don't. We go to Asda sometimes and have a breakfast, but we don't shop at Asda much. It's because they sell Scotch bread. That's why we go. And sometimes we buy Scotch bread, so that's the whole reason why we would do Asda. And I don't normally shop in Marks and Spencer's, but on an off chance I go in there and basically, in fact, talking of which, it's come up to my head. I've got a brilliant idea for a video about Marks and Spencer's. I've just got a brilliant idea. I'm gonna have to write that down so I don't forget. It's a brilliant idea that I've just thought about in my head, and I want to share my views about it. Anyway, but we're going back to this relax lane thing at Tesco's. The Marks and Spencer's isn't the subject of this, and neither is it the subject of checkouts, self checkouts. So basically, is it a good idea? I don't know. Yeah, it might be on the old social anxiety thing and the Alzheimer's maybe, because maybe it's easier for them to actually use the relax lane. And obviously that kind of thing. But some people probably don't like the idea of this because, again, they want to get it over and done with. I'm not saying you have to be quick, quick, quick. I'm just saying you've got to be at a certain pace. And plus, all workers, when they work at a supermarket, they might get told that you need to be quicker, but then all workers work at their own pace anyway. I'm sure where you go, people work at the checkouts, everybody has their own way of how they do it, but some people probably are faster than others. I'm not saying it's because of they've worked there longer, it's just that they've all probably done the same job for so long that they've all got their own way of pace about it. But we are not in a competition for who can do it the quickest. That's not the point. And you've got to look at it from a point of view that, let's just say, somebody coming up to do their weekly shop and they've got it in a trolley and that, that person, that family could be shopping and their bill might come to, I don't know, £60, 75. That could be how much they've spent on the shopping for that week. I'm not saying they have, but they might have done. Where another family might come along and only spend £55 on shopping for that week. And they could both be families with, say, 4, family of 4, whatever. The fact is, it builds it on the quick way of how it's done. So people who work on the checkouts can be as quick or as fast as they want. So even if you take, for instance, even if you take 2 people, two people basically on the checkout, and they both have families coming along who do £70 worth of shopping that week, they could both literally do it the same and see which one's quicker. One could be quicker by 2 minutes. Whether it's a good idea for relax lane at Tesco, I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I would share that view with me. That maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later and do some more videos as and when. Bye for now.